gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, this is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Brave Studios here in Garfield, New Jersey. I am God Messiah. I don't always finish stories, but when I do, I finish them on your mother's face. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy, Alex the motherfucking Hill, a.k.a. the Stanley of Podcasting. Also known and formerly known as the man that hated Vince McMahon, but guess what? That man has finally been canned. Also known as the man that created a couple of crossface and let out the crossface. So for some reason, Vince McMahon pays all his women to stay in that small space.
And on the boards, Stevie Franchise, Mr. J Kid, if you are nasty.
You already know it's your boy Steve Franchise on the ones and twos, bringing you that Ultra Wrestling Heel news.
Yes, sir. We are in the building, and we are post-Rumble. We are post-McMahon era for real this time.
This is for real.
In the McMahon era.
Ah, man, we got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get straight to the cheeks. Let's get all up in between them, all around them, on top of them. Let's glaze them.
Cheeks of the week.
All that. So we're gonna kick it off with Cassie Lee, formerly known as Peyton Royce.
Excuse me
Them
while
cheeks
I
are a
rip
perfect
this
10, I'll
out.
tell you.
And she's got her body back post-baby.
Yeah, them cheeks are a perfect 10, my boy.
Yes, yes. She's gotten rid of the baby weight, and she's back in full effect.
She got that dummy cheeks, yo.
And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to Australia, but I might have to go.
You might have to go, man.
Yeah.
You go look down under.
Trying to go down under them cheeks. If you feel me. If you feel me with both hands. What up, Calvin?
I pull out the Glock.
And next up, once again, our favorite internet smut, Amanda Sacamano, formerly known as Mandy Rose.
All elite.
Yes,
Man,
all elite
yeah.
white woman. Once again, thank you to Sir Wilkins of Jobber Tears Podcast for coining her the all elite white woman.
Man, he wasn't lying.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. Man spoke no lies.
I pull out the Glock.
And she's spreading it for us on the right there.
Must be nice.
Do we still have that drop? It must be nice. Or we retired that one.
It's been a while, man.
You looking for it?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Hey.
There we go. It's classic. It's a classic.
I'm fighting for my life.
And of course, CJ Perry had to shoot some content while she was in the hospital with her infected finger that was like the size of 15 fingers.
Why does it look like? Oh, you know what?
Hey, yo.
But yeah, that was like, you're like in a hospital gown shooting content, really? Really?
Yep.
Hey,
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying.
She gets
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. This is probably the best she looked in a long time in her photo.
Yeah, it's natural. It's unedited. It's her.
It's that. Oh my God, you walking on your neck, it's that, bro.
Okay,
And right, I
see what
did.
you did there.
Oh yes, Kelvin. I did see the snippets of Lacey Evans and Mandy Rose photo shoot on the boat. I'm on a boat.
Cannon.
Of course.
So I just have to wait until it gets leaked on that page that I follow. He hasn't posted them yet.
Yeah, true that.
I'm sure he won't let us down.
Nope.
He's been very faithful to providing us with the content.
Of course.
Because not all heroes wear capes.
Of course.
Some of them pay $99.99 a month and then spread all the goodness to the rest of us.
Of course.
Cannon.
All right, moving over to Ultra Fantasy Booking.
Hey.
last week was
son, where'd you find this?
the January pay-per-view for Dragon Force. Survival of the fittest. And kick off the night. My TV just went out, by the way. There we go. To kick off the night, GM Paul Heyman came to the ring to make an announcement. Our main event. A man who has survived multiple attacks. Oh, hold on.
Jesus!
A man who has survived multiple attacks from a group of barroom thugs wants his revenge. Our world champion, Drew McIntyre, will handpick 2 teammates to take on Undead Money in the main event. Only the strong will survive. And that's a spoiler, not a prediction. Match 1. Booker T defeated Carmelo Hayes 70% to 30%. Match 2. Inside of a steel cage, Saraya took on Gigi Dolan. And with 57% of the votes, Saraya was victorious. Match 3, we had ourselves a triple threat trios match. It was Chase U, United Empire, and the New Day. And with 55% of the votes, United Empire. Match 4. Wow, okay.
What?
It was Jack Perry taking on Low Key.
What?
And Low Key was the winner with 52% of the votes. Match 5. It was a Samoan street fight. Excuse me, an Isle of Samoa street fight. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu did it for the bloodline. And Jacob Fatu won with 55% of the votes. And our main event, Drew McIntyre. His surprise teammates were none other than Jon Moxley and the double champion Kevin Steen to take on Undead Money. And the winners, Undead Money. And that was Survival of the Fittest. And now, moving on to Warzone. So we're gonna kick the night off with our 2 runners-up in the MLW Openweight Tournament, Andrade and The Miz, who both lost in the tournament. They're gonna face each other to kick off our night. Next up, Billy and Chuck are gonna take on FTR. And then in the women's division, Beth Phoenix, who was defeated by Chelsea Green in unspectacular fashion. She wants a little revenge, so she's going to have a nice, good tune-up match. She's going to take on Ava Raine. And then next up, Cody Rhodes is going to come out for a promo, and he's going to thank the Hurt Nation for having his back against the Bullet Club Gold last week at the pay-per-view. And then he's going to challenge Bullet Club Gold to a War Games match for Black History Month. Cody Rhodes
I do not know
and Bobby Lashley and Moose and Will Hobbs for Black History Month will take on Bullet Club Gold.
That's crazy. That is a whole team of black guys. That's so crazy.
Exactly. They're going to war for Black History Month. And then our main event. Our main event will be Walter taking on Matt Cardona. And that will be Warzone.
What a night. Man. So you're gonna have to work with me on something.
All right.
People can see it though.
All right.
So, yeah, we'll get to the nitty gritty.
All right. Before we get too far into the show, let's first thank Tony Khan.
Yes.
Let's thank All Elite Wrestling for providing us with the talent for this year's Royal Rumble. Jade Cargill, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes. Without Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling, this year's Royal Rumble would not be possible.
Exactly.
Because we might not mention AEW again in this show. If you came for AEW content, this ain't your week. We're not even going to insult AEW this week. Possibly.
Got me fucked up. I said, Lamb.
I just did. It's like that one little kid you want to rip on, but then you got told not to rip on him, and you're like,
This is not an AEW week. This is Rumble, and this is Vince's Kinks. This is exclusive.
man, this ain't even available to Vince anymore. This is Papa Levesque.
So yes, thank you, Tony, for providing the talent for this show. We're gonna move on. The Women's Rumble, we had motherfucking Jordynne Grace.
Wow.
Current TNA Knockouts Champion. And she continued her rivalry with Naomi, a.k.a. Trinity, who made her WWE return.
I'm not going to hold you. To see Trinity come in as number 2 and the pop and the standing ovation she got made me realize that she should have never left.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what though? It goes to the saying, how can I miss you if you don't go away?
You know how Vince go away is. You sit in catering. Like, what's his name? Where's Philip Alexander at?
In catering.
Mm-hmm. His wife was there.
Oh, she was? Backstage?
Yeah, she was in the crowd. No, she was in the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Like her and a couple other wrestlers, a whole bunch of other wrestlers, black wrestlers was out there in the crowd.
All right.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was great seeing her come back. But to see Jordynne Grace show up with her music, with the title, like Mickie James, and that crowd didn't know what to do. I said, bruh, if this don't build up a working relationship with Triple H in his new era, I don't know what will at this point.
Okay, actually, I will insult Tony Khan today.
Okay.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is the biggest fuck you to Tony. You know what? You can stay over there and self-destruct. We're going to go work with Impact.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that is.
And boy, has TNA as up and coming, like very silently too. It's like it's actually doing well.
Yeah.
Ever since his first promotion.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Yo, I can tell you right now. Why did Jordynne Grace fit so fucking well in that Rumble?
And you know what? That was her tryout match. I guarantee you when her contract runs out, they're going to say, hey, you want to come work for us?
I thought she did amazing. Like,
I was saying, for a person that never wrestled for NXT, any other promotion WWE had, in the Showborn, one of the biggest stages of them all, get in that ring and go toe-to-toe with every woman on that roster and just fit in perfectly. I swear, if she don't show up in WWE somewhere down the road of her life as she's done with TNA, I don't know what else she could do at this point besides just go home with her little ass husband.
I could be wrong, but I think she has trained with Rip Rogers, and he's a very credible trainer. So WWE would not be, against hiring somebody that trained with, a reputable trainer.
Mm-hmm. What's really crazy is we met this woman before she looked like this.
Oh yeah, when she was just that pudgy white girl. Yeah.
Yeah, we know what she's like before this. We know her from the trenches. So for her to go from the trenches to being on one of the greatest stages of them all, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next highlight spot was when R-Truth came out during Valhalla's entrance, and he hopped in the ring. First of all, he tried to call a timeout. I was like, how do you call a timeout in the middle of a wrestling match? But then it harkened back to, 2019, where Nia Jax jacked his spot in the men's Rumble and then hurt him legitimately. But
they got every finishing move put on her and known to man in a matter of a few seconds.
she took the zigzag, the super kick, the 619, and an RKO.
He took everything.
She could take one more thing.
These nuts.
Yeah.
We could make it to a Five Guys scene.
It's not truth. This is not the only thing he did this night.
Oh,
Which is amazing too.
yeah.
But we'll get to that one, I guess. You got another slide for that, or we could talk about that?
Oh, we can talk about it now.
Oh, okay. So, I think it was amazing that he tried a hot tag.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it was so funny to see. He's like, tag me. You what? He's not the kind of man. Chokehold.
Was so confused.
I was having you in.
I'm sorry. Tom and Nick was so confused.
Yeah. But it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
It did work.
It worked great.
It did work. Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Darth got vision now, thanks to Marv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, at least there. But yeah. I think it was
our truth about Natural Treasure. They should just give him his own certain spot in the Hall of Fame.
They have to.
Yeah.
It's already done, man. Like, this is his Hall of Fame run. Like, this is definitely something that he should be credited for, bro.
I feel like when he gets into the Hall of Fame, he's gonna give us a speech. And it's not going to be a Hall of Fame speech, but he's going to do it on that day. And I'm going to enjoy it and probably cry just for the fact that man stays in character so much.
But who's going to induct him? Is it going to be his childhood hero, John Cena?
It got to be John Cena. It got to be. So he can come out even more excited. or if it goes down the road, he's got to be second to last, and it's got to be everybody that he ever made great character on TV,
including Brock Lesnar.
Like everybody got to come. Everybody got to come out there. Everybody got to talk about a moment about him before they let him give his speech. Because I know they got some stories that like, bro, he made me break on live television when I shouldn't. He's an asshole. I just need everybody to do it. But I feel like the person who's going to introduce him is going to be The Miz.
Either that,
yeah, I can see that.
Either that or the Road Dogg.
Oh yeah,
it could be Road Dogg. It could be Road Dogg. But I feel like him and The Miz, between the time they had together and the time they're having together again right now, I feel like it would end up probably being The Miz more.
Oh, also Xavier Woods. Because Xavier Woods, he always tells the story. Every time I've debuted, I've been our truth sidekick.
That is true. Even when he had that Ron Jeremy mustache, he was coming out to the funk of that group.
He's like, I debuted in TNA, I was his sidekick. I debuted in WWE twice, I was his sidekick.
I'm really surprised he never bring him into the New Day. Yeah, he debuted him twice.
I think he would have been perfect in the New Day, but he's in the Judgment Day. He's in the wrong day.
Yeah, he's in the wrong day.
So Woods works also.
That's crazy.
And then, J Kidd, your wet dream came true.
Yes, it did.
Jade Cargill, not only did she pick up Nia Jax, but then she went face to face with Bianca Belair. It was like a mirror image.
Yes.
Right. It was like you pick Ryu, you pick Candy,
yes.
They got the same moveset, and I'm here for it.
Facts.
Well, that was kind of also like the first part of the Rumble too. Like,
yeah.
Ken and Ryu, that's Jimmy and Jay.
Yep. Yep. You got it in the men's Rumble too. Yep.
Yeah. I'm about to say now. Jimmy and Jay was Miles Morales in his other version of Prowler, him with the braids.
Is it because I sent that to you?
I already thought that as soon as I watched it. I was like, why is this the Prowler and Miles Morales looking at each other? I said, no offense. When they wrestle WrestleMania, if they don't come out to those colors, I don't see what's the purpose of this fight now.
Dude, if they didn't point at each other, that would have been great.
But the black girl magic was heavy right here.
Man, when she picked up Becky, and I think Bianca picked up
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Which is also another one that I was surprised to be back.
Yeah, Liv Morgan was your number 30. I was like, oh, she still works there. That's right.
Yeah, she still.
Because I was like, who's left? When they got to 30, I was like, who's left?
What made me laugh the most is Liv Morgan, what she came out dressed as. I don't think nobody got it. I got it as soon as she did. She came out dressed as Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I said, wait a minute, that's Christina Aguilera's outfit. I was like, damn, why do I remember that? strange.
She brought
Part
her-
of my memory, I guess I unlocked itself again when she came out. And I was like, you know what? It fits her.
Yeah.
It fits her.
and-
Her face looked a little chunky, but it fits her.
Well, yeah, she's been in jail. She's been smoking weed. So
Hey man,
I
the
got
Matt Riddle
smoking
treatment.
weed with her. But with Jade, she came out in a remix version of their AEW.
yeah, I was like, oh, they actually let her bring her music, and I was like, oh wait, it's not quite the same, but it is
It's
the
like a
music.
remix
Yeah,
version, but it's almost the same.
yeah.
But
Well,
I'm glad.
from what I found online is WWE, when they get these wrestlers now, especially they come to AEW, Tony Khan is retarded as fuck. He let his toys get their own music and then own the rights to their fucking music.
Yep.
So when they leave, they can just leave with their music. They don't care. Like, so they can use it anyway. That's why when Cody showed up, Cody's like, I want to play my music. He technically owned his music, so they could play the shit.
Yeah, well,
AEW had nothing against it.
Cody straight up owns that song because the band made the music for him because he was using it in the Indies, he was using it in ROH, he was using it in Impact, he was using it in Japan. So he straight up owns that music. But unless you're using like popular music, like how Moxley's using Wild Thing, and then Jungle Boy was using that song, and then so it's something you have to buy a license to. Everybody else owns their music.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now what AEW do own. It's gonna be crazy. They own the Hardy Boys thing.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know how I don't know how they let that happen.
WWE let it go a little bit right after the Hardys left. They let it go and became a regular trademark thing, and Tony Khan picked that shit up immediately.
And now they're complaining. They keep complaining about, oh, we're on Rampage. We're on Collision. It'd be nice to be on Dynamite. We haven't been on Dynamite in 6 months.
Nah, man.
Hey, man.
Tony Khan saw new
This is our
toys,
life
they were
now.
like, nope. The Rampage is like the drop the toys off when you're done with them.
I gave it to my little brother to play with for a couple of days. I got some new toys to play with.
Yeah.
Man. But overall, Women's Royal Rumble, loved it.
And our champion, the role model,
of course,
Bailey.
Miss Cheek of the Year.
And
The one I didn't think was going to win is the one that won, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy with this.
I'm happy with this.
my only complaint about the finish was they left Liv Morgan in to eliminate Jade. I don't think Liv Morgan should have got that clout. Because she's just coming back. Because mind you, you left a whole bunch of champions in there with Jade. Like, that's cool. Because you're giving Jade that, that really good starting block. You're in there with a bunch of champions. But of the champions that were there, Liv Morgan has the lowest list of credentials. Mm-hmm. And then you give Liv the credential of eliminating Jade? To me, that just doesn't work. You had Becky, you had Bianca, you have Bailey, Nia Jax, and I forgot who the other person was. And then Liv Morgan.
You think Bianca should have done it?
Anybody other than Liv. That was my only thing. It was like, you gave the person with the least amount of credentials the elimination of Jade. So it doesn't work down the line when you want to set up a feud with Jade. It's like, Jade and Liv? No, thank you.
I want to see if they're going to work the TNA angle because Bianca took out Jordynne.
Yeah.
So I want to see if they're working something with that or they're just going to leave it.
What up, Valdor? Well, I doubt Jordynne's coming back anytime soon.
We'll see. We'll see. The forbidden door is open.
No. Triple H specifically said there's a door open, but I'm not going to say what it is because that's stupid. He said that in the press conference.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm using that more.
The door is open, but I'm not going to say what door it is because that's stupid.
That door is open.
Yeah, he don't want to sound like a child.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like that Mark.
You fucking Mark!
But yeah, the women's Rumble was solid. I have no complaints. I was just weirded out, but they left Liv in to be the one to eliminate Jade. That was my only weird argument. Next up, weird placement. They put the Universal title on second instead of the US title. I thought that was weird. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
You know, funny, I thought it was weird too, but then also remember, if it was Vince, it went on first or last. And I'm like, if you want to get a good reaction to Roman and who wins, you need to let his match go on somewhere before the Rumble happens.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, also, I guess because during the men's Rumble, Roman's sitting there in the press box. So he had to go take a shower. So I guess you need shower time during the U.S. title match. So I guess it makes sense, but whatever. But yeah, he got mollywopped.
Yeah, he did.
But
he got jumped. He got jumped in New York.
He got dog walked.
He was all them like, hold on now, wait a minute.
I enjoyed this
picture. Wait, y'all want to fight each other first? Nah,
I really
jump
enjoyed
this
this
nigga.
picture.
And then it was this spot like right after that outside the ring where LA Knight was doing the yeah slams on the table, and then Orton got up and then he just dropped everybody on the table with the suplex right after. I was like, yeah, this is dope. Mm-hmm. And then you had Solo appear, but he didn't actually play into the finish, which I liked because it does show that Roman won by himself.
Yeah, because I didn't really want to complain too much of this because I already knew Roman was gonna win this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they did play that finish right because it didn't make him look weak.
Yeah, because when Solo came in, Solo tried to do the thing that the way he said to Roman, stack him like he did, with Daniel Bryan and Edge. Mm-hmm. So he tried to stack him and set him up, but then I think AJ Styles got away and he didn't get to do the stack pin. And then a couple more things played out and Roman won by himself because by then the three of them took Solo out and Solo didn't play a part in the finish. So again, it showed that Roman won by himself.
Yeah, but I will always keep this picture on the left here as a memory. I want to post this picture or I want to put it on my wall. Just a reminder.
Or get
the tribal chief.
Get a nice big poster put up and be like, every time my thoughts get a little too excited, the rest of me start jumping. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
The facts. And speaking of the U.S. title match, Kevin Owens was disqualified because he got caught using the brass knuckles that was handed into Logan Paul from Austin Theory, who kept them from the title match against Rey Mysterio, right? Was that the one where he had the?
Yeah.
I think this was yeah.
Because Santos it was this thing with Santos Escobar and that whole nonsense. Yeah.
I don't like how it finished because it looked like, oh, I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna hit him in brass knucks and not shake my hand off of it, and try to.
I think he figured, oh, I'm my hand's far enough away from the ref, like he's not gonna see it. But the thing, they made the angle so that the ref was supposed to see it.
Yeah, I know. It's just
I kind of like this finish for the simple fact that between SmackDown's tapings and regular outside appearances, Logan Paul has been still in character when it comes to Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
He don't like seeing him. He don't want to hear him. When they did a podcast with John Cena recently, his podcast host pulled out a Kevin Owens figure. He said, get that shit out of here. I don't even want to see that fucker's face. And I was like, oh, so you're still keeping this going. Okay, I like where this is going. For you to bring out the brass knuckles and for Kevin Owens to use it, knock you out, and you get the win just because he was seen, sounds like y'all going to set up for another match. The match was solid.
Yeah.
Like, the match was solid as hell. Like, Logan Paul was all over the place. He looked like somebody had his controller with some good batteries, and they were just making sure they could do every move they could to get a 5-star rating from 2K22.
And also, Kevin Owens is still working with a broken hand. It's not fully healed. So that wasn't, if you notice, the match wasn't it wasn't a full-out Kevin Owens match. So they're obviously setting up a rematch. Whether it's Australia or whether it's WrestleMania, there's going to be a rematch.
I feel like it will be a WrestleMania, to be honest, because that hand needs time to heal.
Yeah. And then I love the Triple H era of pay-per-views. Short, quick. The Men's Royal Rumble 1 and 2 main event: Jey Uso and No Yeet Jimmy Uso.
Boy, just to see Jay come out first, I'm like, who the fuck is going to be second? And Jimmy walked out second. I said, oh yes. You know what? I'm with this.
It was the Bloods versus the Crips.
It really was.
The Bloodline versus Triple J.
Oh, whoa, Valdor, hold on. Valdor's team No Yeet. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore.
I'm Team Yeet.
I don't know you anymore, sir.
Yeet, rip that blue.
Man, look, I still like both of these niggas because one is serious and I like the way that he's getting pushed. The other one is making me laugh when he was just not funny. I'm still torn between the two. Now that they are separate, I'm like, God damn it. Now I gotta watch out you motherfuckers be individuals. Damn it, I don't like this.
I still need Rikishi to show up at some point before Mania.
He needs to show up at Mania when these two are fighting.
Or that too. That works.
Perfect. Like he's trying to resolve shit, or he just takes over one son.
Either way,
I feel like Rikishi would try to resolve it with Jay, and Jay might get super kick and move, and Jimmy might super kick his dad, and then it's just gonna go downhill from there.
Some shit like that.
It's gotta be something. Like I feel it though. Like I feel like this is a road to WrestleMania, bro. I feel like a lot of things is gonna happen at WrestleMania in Triple H's era, bro. This is gonna be really well put together once we see it.
Triple H is out here making big boss moves, in small steps, and it just planted so well.
Yep.
Like this is what happens when you don't get a guy that's a booker of a company that just want money, and you got somebody that's wrestled, put his body on the line, and he knows what his wrestlers need and what they want.
It's crazy though.
And speaking of boss moves, Andrade has returned to WWE, as we spoke about, because his contract expired the day after AEW World's End.
Thanks, Tony. Again.
Yes, once again, thank you, Tony.
Tony.
Thank you for providing the talent for this show. And then Braun Breaker, his first main, was this the first main roster appearance or his second?
I think it was his second.
Yeah, second. And
second.
Technically, that wasn't even his spot. That makes it more crazy.
That was the Brock Lesnar spot, but Brock Lesnar, he's on the cancel list. Pat McAfee, he got called in from commentary, but he eliminated himself. And Sami Zayn is back in the building.
Yeah.
Hey.
So,
the underdog from the underground.
So
Very oozy.
Are we gonna replace CM Punk with Sami Zayn?
No. We'll get to that. When we get to that part of the match. We'll get to that. Well, no, when we get to the Ross portion, we'll get to that. Yeah, I liked all of these.
Yes.
And again, we didn't have any legends tonight. 0 legends. And this
we had active wrestlers that can actually fucking do a job.
And all of these, quote unquote surprises felt awesome without having a legend.
Exactly. Like it wasn't the McMahon. I'm bring somebody who's like 55.
Here.
Booker T, you get out there. Spot you go to. Road Dogg, I'm gonna need you in there. Spot number 42. There's only 3 spots. Number 42, you go.
Godfather, bring the hose.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind.
I wouldn't mind some hoes, but
I don't mind that.
Godfather, you bring the women that you work with from jobs.
But yeah, all the fucking
Rumble has been insane.
Yeah, this
definitely one of the best Rumbles in this modern era.
This was probably the best Rumble since the Attitude Era. I can't think of another good one.
You know something funny? I just thought about? Where the fuck was Ricochet?
Holding Samantha Irvine's purse backstage.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta hold your woman first, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no, he was in there. He was wearing those green pants. He was wearing the green pants.
Yeah. See, look, he was in there so short. I don't even remember him being in there.
Yeah, because I think Braun Breaker eliminated him while we're talking about him.
Yeah, true. What's up with Mr. Wu, Mexican Wu over there? Because he came in with that style, bro. Like I love his progression, like of how when he came back to WWE, he's like almost the same but different now. Like
because he's fresh off the steroids.
Right? That's probably why.
He'll still be that size for like another 2 months, and he'll start to shrink because he's he can't do steroids anymore.
True. He did kind of shrink though, like.
Because now he's got to pass a drug test.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, like,
I'm about to say, technically, he got to pass a drug test before he even get in there. Cause that's what happened to Jordynne Grace. They had to get a drug test before she could even get in the ring. So he had to do the same thing too. So he had to pass it to get into the Rumble.
Yeah.
When he came out, dude, I said, yo, I came back from fighting with a Sting.
A Sting.
I fight with Sting and his little boy. Now I'm here to fight with you men.
Now I come to WWE after my fight with the Sting.
A Sting.
Boy.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Gunther was in there doing some shit.
Yo, he
to
was doing
motherfuckers,
damage.
Yo, word.
Him and Drew, they were doing damage.
They were.
But of
Like,
course, the
It was a
finals,
hard-hitting fucking Rumble.
the finals came down to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
The best piece that Tony Khan has ever given us.
Yes. Tony,
I know Tony
once again, thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. You know what?
Tony was at home fighting with the air. How mad he was that he's gone.
Thank you for giving us Cody and CM Punk.
He probably just had a nice little pile of blow and some Xannies, and he was just going to town. It's like, damn it. How did I let those two little fucking brothers run them out of town?
You gotta thank the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega.
Not so much Kenny. Kenny, I'll leave Kenny. Hangman Page,
Kenny,
Jack Perry.
Adam Page, yeah.
Yeah, Adam Page, Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks. They're mainly responsible for this.
And Chris Jericho in the background,
Oh yeah, because he said he was in the room even though he wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly.
Superman video, I was in the back.
Exactly.
Superman video, I was in the back. Lose Yourself video, I was in the back.
Mr. Jericho.
I said, look, we gotta remember that Chris was back there without an NDA, so
We thank you guys, and they're actually doing pedigrees and all that stuff
Yeah.
that Paul Levesque.
Oh, I read an article
It's a Pepsi.
saying that entire last 5 minutes of match was just them. A lot of it was callbacks to 2011 Royal Rumble, where it was CM Punk and Triple H.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of it was callbacks because the actual way that Cody eliminated CM Punk was the exact same way Triple H eliminated Punk.
Oh.
That spot was exactly the same, but other than that, there was a lot of callbacks to that Rumble.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the way he said, too. He was like, I'm not here 10 years to lose to Dusty's kid. Like, wow.
I'm not Dusty's kid. You right, you're not.
Nah,
You're a little mixed breed.
lost.
You're not pure-blooded like the rest of them.
Yeah, hit the next one.
Dude, I did not know, I wanted Cody Rhodes to win that bad.
Bro, you're the opposite because the internet didn't want it at all.
I was so scared the crowd was going to turn on Cody going back to back.
No, this was...
And the sad thing is, the crowd didn't, but the internet community, oh boy, they did in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
They're still mad.
And Cody hit his another Bullet Club tribute. I was like, really? You hit another Bullet Club tribute in the middle of all of this?
Well, he still got boys in the back. He still got boys in the way back.
I was like, okay.
All right. After making fun of them, okay.
But again, thank you, Tony. Thank you for providing the talent and
This is AEW Royal Rumble,
yes.
provided by Paul Levesque.
Provided by the greatest guy to run a company ever.
So Monday Night Raw. We all assume Cody Rhodes is going to finish the story. He won the Rumble. Roman Reigns retained. But Seth Franklin Rollins approached Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. He says, do you really want the Hollywood title? Do you want the title that Hulk Hogan would carry? Or do you want the workhorse title? The title that Dusty Rhodes would want? Do you want to face me instead? And Cody said, I'll think about it.
I'm not going to hold you. I want to see him beat Roman. I do. But at the same time,
Most of us do.
Seth Rollins' title seems like something that Dusty really would have fought for harder than the one Roman got. And he need to finish the story. I don't want to say WrestleMania no more. I'm like other people online. You need to finish it at the Garden. You need to finish it where the story really started at and end it where the story should end at. But I feel like him facing Seth will probably be the best thing for him and Seth. Because Seth can go get fixed up and Cody could be champion, and then someone else can beat Roman, like Randy or AJ or LA Knight or anybody else of that nature.
Now, here's the thing. I know they're going to the Garden. I don't know if it's the Raw before or the Raw after Mania. But they're going to the Garden right around Mania. It's the one after? Okay.
Yeah.
So, by far, I mean, I feel like he deserves, or we deserve a match with Cody and Seth, since how he came back as Seth's opponent.
Hold on. Now that you mentioned that, light bulb just went off. So, he says, the title that they stole from my daddy in the Garden. If they're going to the Garden to Raw after Mania, is Damian Priest cashing in on Cody?
Who was to say he wouldn't do that at Mania?
Well, no. To keep the tradition alive, the title that they stole from my daddy in the Garden. Now they're going to take it from Cody in the Garden.
Now we got another chapter to the story.
We would have another chapter of the story, but it wouldn't be this main story no more. It'd be like a spin-off book now at this point.
There you go.
After the story was finished.
Yeah, like the story's completely done now. Now we can go ahead and show you the freak.
Because, coming into the show today, I wanted to propose to you guys a totally different theory, and then that just clicked in my head right now, realizing that Mania After is in the Garden. Because I was going to say to you guys, I'm thinking Drew was going to be the one to step in the CM Punk spot and face Seth. Everybody's talking about Walter. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But I think Drew makes more sense because the Drew and Priest thing, and have Priest cash in on Drew. Whether it's at Mania, whether it's Raw after Mania, wherever, but it would make more sense for Priest to cash in on Drew.
And that's why it makes sense that he attacked CM Punk on Monday.
Right.
So it would actually collide with the story of what you're saying.
So that's why I'm thinking Drew. But
I would go with that idea, and I like that theory. But this is a theory that I was thinking should happen, and I feel like it would be better happen. Let's say Cody does pick Seth, right? And that leaves Roman to fight whoever. And Roman wins his match clean one day, not no time soon, maybe 2026 when they get rid of the title off him. But I want to see Damian do it over Roman. And then it puts Damian Priest over because he's the guy that beat Roman and took his belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Damian Priest no longer need Judgment Day.
Well, remember,
why would he need them?
Damian Priest only has till May to cash in. He's got that's Money in the Bank. He's got till May.
That's what I'm saying. He could literally do it right before then, and then go into Money in the Bank as that champion. Then that gives Roman what? Third place for longest held title?
No, he's still be in the same spot because he can't pass another person until September, where he would pass Hogan.
Okay, so but still, it would still put him up in the top 5.
Yeah, he's fourth. Right now he's fourth, and he can't pass anybody until Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody in the modern era is going to outdo that. Like, not a damn soul. So at this point now, why keep the belt on him at this point?
Oh yeah. Speaking of Hogan, why the fuck was he opening the show?
Because they were in his hometown.
Yeah.
No?
That's the only reason why.
Oh, let me open the show, brother.
Yeah. So CM Punk. So CM Punk came out Raw. He announced that he's gonna have to have surgery on his tricep again. Not the same shoulder that he hurt in AEW. It's the other shoulder now. So in the last 3 years, he debuted in AEW, won the world title, broke his foot, won the world title again, tore his tricep. He had the Brawl Out fight, got suspended. He returned on Collision. Then he had the Brawl In fight and got fired. Comes to WWE and tears his tricep.
This is almost similar to what Cody Rhodes suffered the first few years of coming back.
Well, no. Well, he only had the one injury, so.
But a pectoral muscle, but that took him out for 9 months?
6, because he had the fucking Cena surgery and he came back faster than he was supposed to.
This is gonna
way faster than we're supposed to.
Yeah,
true. This is gonna be a year.
No, they're saying 4 months. They're saying he should be back for a month before SummerSlam.
Oh, all right. Well, at least he's not missing the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, he's been having a tragic 3 years.
Man. Yeah.
Well, you also got to think about it. He's been gone from wrestling for how long? His body's trying to get used back to doing this shit. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of wear and tear on that body.
And he's old and tired, and has finally graduated from the children.
I'm about to say because think about the Undertaker. As long as Undertaker's been there, he stayed wrestling. So his injuries he would have, but he wouldn't be gone that long. But now that he's been gone for this amount of time, if he was to show up in there and do a running big boot and twist his ankle, he'd be gone for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm. At the press conference, as we already talked about, Triple H talking about the door that was open that he's not going to call forbidden. He was also asked about the Vince McMahon allegations. He was asked, did he read the lawsuit? He says, no, I have not read it. I want to focus on the positives, and we'll deal with that dark cloud when we get to it. And that dark cloud was addressed by Nick Khan.
Oh, God.
Vince McMahon has resigned from all roles on the TKO board and will no longer have any roles with TKO or WWE. The following was sent to me. I wanted to inform you that Vince McMahon has tendered his resignation from all his positions as TKO executive chairman on the board of TKO directors. He will no longer have a role with TKO Holdings and WWE. So, do you want me to read a part of the lawsuit? I have some of the snippets.
Yes, make Alex.
I got my popcorn and my drink. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
exactly. I was like, yo, make Alex happy right now.
All right.
Hold on. Do I need to get my Meltzer? Do I need to get my lotion?
Unless you like scat play and piss play, then do what you got to do.
I don't. Hey, look, I don't. But I like seeing this man get fucked over.
Article 19, McMahon also subjected Ms. Grant to acts of extreme cruelty and degradation that caused Ms. Grant to disassociate and or become numb in reality in order to survive the horrific encounters. Article 20, as one example of McMahon's extreme depravity, on May 9th, 2020, he defecated on Ms. Grant during a threesome and then commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hand and running down her back while McMahon went to the bathroom to shower off. Upon his return from the bathroom, McMahon and his friend actively resumed the threesome, which lasted over an hour and a half while Mrs. Grant remained covered in McMahon's filth. Jesus! While McMahon's friend left, McMahon ordered her to stay and continue to sexually gratify him.
Now, do we know who the friend is? I don't know who it is.
Jesus! There could be more than one friend.
Nah, I know who.
Rip this out.
Laurinaitis gets mentioned. Brock Lesnar gets mentioned. There could be other people.
Brock Lesnar gets mentioned, but he gets mentioned a lot more for the photos that Vince McMahon has sent him, trying to get him to come at the company. But John Laurinaitis has been mentioned so much that the Bella Twins had to come out and talk about this.
Yep, we'll get to that. Article 107. As detailed herein, McMahon was adamant about having Miss Grant send him explicit photographs, impressing upon him that that it was part of her sexuality. Given the control that McMahon had over Mrs. Grant's employment, she felt compelled to comply and sent the explicit photographs to Mrs. McMahon's mobile device. Ms. Grant was routinely assured that the photographs she was providing to McMahon were to remain private and were part of their quote-unquote secret world. Article 108. McMahon began to degrade Mrs. Grant, calling her his bitch, while hinting at a fascination with having other people.
I even laugh out loud. That chick, yo, guard.
I'm sorry, the way he said it.
While hinting at a fascination with having other people watch them engage in sexual activity. Article 110, we're going to skip one because the next one's not very important. Notably, McMahon was aggressive when using certain sex toys named after male WWE wrestlers and performers. McMahon named the sex toys so that the color of the toys matched the race of the wrestler. For example, a black dildo will be named after an African-American wrestler and a white dildo will be named after a Caucasian wrestler. In addition, McMahon's infatuation with the pretending that other men, and namely certain WWE talent, were in the room, and then this yet another incremental step to desensitizing Ms. Grant to his fantasy and eventual demands that she perform sexual acts or have sexual contact within the WWE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Benjamin, get in there and do your thing.
Shelton Benjamin.
Come here, Triple H. I need you over here.
He's just shaking with the
Article 164. Mrs. Grant's transfer to Talent Relations Department came with the expectation from both McMahon and Laurinaitis that she engage sexually with Laurinaitis, both physically and with explicit content. Article 166. On March 12th, 2021, McMahon reminded her of her connection between her job and her role as a sexual object. Let's work hard and let's play hard too. Article 167. On March 16th, 2021, Ms. Grant was directed to pick up a key to Laurinaitis' hotel room and serve herself to him as breakfast before the start of work.
Wow. I don't know if I should make a joke about this or just be more in awe that Vince McMahon is what I thought he was, a bitch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't take a part with Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
First of all, it's Brock Lesnar. I don't even want to add him to anything because he might find me in real life. So
okay, I have a summary about Brock Lesnar. In December of the same year, 2021, McMahon allegedly disclosed Grant's personal cell phone number to Lesnar, who then requested a video of her urinating. After complying, Grant was derogatorily addressed by Lesnar. Despite Lesnar desperate for a play date with Grant, a snowstorm disrupted the wrestler's travel plans in January of 2022. McMahon informed Grant that his wife discovered their relationship, pressuring her, issuing the explicit photos to sign an NDA exchange for payments. So Sable knew about it. Now, mind you, Sable has sued WWE twice for her own personal harassment from Vince McMahon.
Wow. This is crazy, bro. Like,
it's juicy.
It is.
Very oozy.
Because both times she left WWE, she sued WWE for being harassed by Vince.
Then she probably got the hush money.
And it just said she got
paid
paid again with an NDA to not talk about what Lesnar was doing with Vince.
That's crazy.
She's been paid off 3 times by Vince. That's wild.
NBA City, bitch. NBA City.
And then think back to when Vince took his leave of absence when this first came out. Remember Brock stormed out on Raw, and then they had to go send Paul Heyman to the airport to stop him.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, now that all makes sense. Why was he so loyal to Vince that he left Raw?
I feel like Vince got some more dirt on Brock, or he made Brock do something in the younger years, and he like, I got that on video. You owe me, bitch. I got everything about you. If I go down, you go down also.
I mean, it was quite clear how many times Lesnar was on TV, like how much Vince liked him.
Just destroying the black community of titles. I mean,
it's crazy he couldn't show that same amount of love with Shelton Benjamin.
dead ass.
Ronda Rousey posted on Twitter, Bruce Pritchard is basically Vince's avatar. If he's still around, Vince still has a hand in business. Vince was running things through Bruce when he was gone the first time.
Yep, we kind of knew that.
That's probably the one thing I could take from Ronda Rousey that might have was true.
Yeah, usually she's not that true.
I believe her on that one little part right there.
Yeah. So the Bellas, they had a post on Twitter. We are shocked and disheartened with the recent allegations against WWE, the members of WWE. It has been a lot to process since we have found out in the past week, just as you all did. This is something we do not stand for or condone from anyone, no matter who they are. We all want women to feel safe and supported in the workplace and enjoy their lives. Now, mind you, for those of you that don't know, John Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace, the former head of talent relations, Vince McMahon's best buddy, is their stepfather. He is married to their mother. He has a daughter that is their stepsister. And the other guy is their brother. Yeah. That's the other guy in the picture.
Even though I don't know.
Yes, John Laurinaitis is their stepfather. And mind you, he hired them. He found them in a lingerie catalog. That's how he found them. He was probably jacking off to them in a lingerie catalog, hired them, and then married their mother.
I want to see.
Keep it all in the family. Vince told me that one.
I want to see Bella Power. That's what we call you, Bellas.
Vince told me keep it in the family.
Actually, no, Vince is not on the Epstein list, ironically.
It's really crazy.
It would be crazy. It would make.
I was waiting for Vince to be on the Epstein list. Luca DeVille was asking. He's actually not.
It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. It'd be like, so Vince McMahon was on this list. What? That's crazy. That makes sense though.
Nah, his mustache is on the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just made the list.
You know what's funny? I know Jericho hates the list, but he need to bring it back just for that one purpose.
Yeah. You just made the list.
On some totally randomness, on NXT last week, William Regal made his TV appearance for the first time for WWE in 5 years? When he got fired by Vince.
I'm happy he did.
His no compete clause that Tony Khan gave him has expired. He can now appear for WWE.
Now he can appear for War Games.
Yeah, and he gave Ava Raine a vote of confidence as the new general manager of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not gonna hold you. As soon as he popped up on TV, I was like, "Oh, War Games are gonna sound so great this year."
Yeah,
it will be.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Again, Adam Pearce tried. He did the best. He was the best substitute, but it ain't the same.
We have the original here.
It ain't the same.
We finally got the original.
Yeah.
Like he don't need to be on air talent. He don't need to be there, no special thing. War Games show up, he should just walk out the back with music and just say War Game and just go right back. That's all we need. Just get a sample of it and use it forever at this point.
Put a spotlight on him when he walks out.
I think it's been 5 years because Regal was gone pre-pandemic.
Yeah, he was gone pre-pandemic and he was on. He showed up with a black combat pool.
Yeah,
and they've been around for a good minute now.
Yeah, because he was showing up in AEW 2021, right?
Yes.
And then Tony made him stay off TV for a full year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely been at least 4 years minimum. Because like I said, he was gone pre-pandemic, so it's been minimum 4 years.
It's been a while. It has. I'm glad he's back. Definitely glad for War Games now.
Yeah.
And Ava Raine, that's The Rock's doing.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
The Rock's doing.
Yeah, because now that The Rock runs the business, he's on the board of directors. Nepotism.
Yeah,
Nepotism.
My daughter's gonna run the business too.
Nia Jax is back.
Mm-hmm.
Samoans everywhere.
Yeah.
Just not in my bedroom.
Started the Rumble so they can get a clout.
Yeah.
Like the whole family back. Naomi back.
Naomi's back.
Oh yeah. I forgot she's bloodline. Yeah. Naomi's back. We just wait on Jacob Fatu, and allegedly Booker T's advocating to get Jacob Fatu there. I read that. Booker T is trying hard to get him there.
I feel like
will be
there. He will be there by next
year. Go ahead and get him. Go ahead and get him, and let him be with Jay. Let Jay start his own little bloodline.
Facts.
That would be dope. I would pay to see that.
Yeah.
Then it could be him and Jacob versus Jimmy and Solo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Jacob and Solo would be a dope match. We'd love to see that.
It's already been booked on Warzone. Dragon Force.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I say, it was a great match then. Now we just need to see it in full action.
we already know you guys are the originator of that match. So,
Yeah, so when it does happen on TV, I'm going to go get me a free lawyer to ask him some questions.
Facts. And now let's go outside the ropes before we go home.
Oh shit!
Favorite Kool-Aid, because we black as fuck, and Black History Month starts in 2 days. So let's get the ignorant shit out the way.
I don't want to be too black, so I'm gonna just exclude the great one out of the way. I'm not gonna hold you. That cherry pack up there with the right amount of sugar is cocaine in the glass.
I've come to love the black cherry. Like, it's low key, really, 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 really good. But that tropical punch, that's my diabetes. That's my diabetes right there.
I for one am not black, but I am.
You're a minority. Sorry,
yes,
it don't matter.
I am a minority.
You're a
but
minority.
I am appreciative that I was a part of this conversation. Thank you. So, I do like the black cherry though. Black cherry is pretty. It hits good. I always like cherry. So, black cherry has a good taste.
It's that extra tartness to go with the sugar.
A little extra tartness on
look.
it.
It makes you go.
Exactly.
Hey, look, I'm gonna fuck y'all up right now. The blueberry one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a bottle of the Simply Best lemonade.
Oh,
pour it in there, shake it up.
my dog.
Nigga,
I just had that like last week.
That's a holding fight, and then if you add some tequila or vodka with it and cool it, let me tell you something. That's the best refreshing drink. You could drink like 6 cups of that bitch throughout the day and be like, you know what? I ain't drunk, but damn, that shit good. I just
had that last week. You get the bottle of Simply Lemonade. You take the blueberry lemonade packet, just dump it because it's already sweet. You don't need to add in sugar, but you do add more sugar anyway because you do because you need the diabetes in your life.
That's why I can't put my toes right now.
I think my toes are tingling.
She was tingling the other day. I was like, damn, I should stop drinking this. Went and bought a whole new bottle of some more Kool-Aid pack.
Like, it's there. Close to the light. It's tingling.
But yeah.
I can't feel anything.
Yeah, once again, thank you, Tony Khan, for providing, majority of the talent for the Royal Rumble. It's one of the best Royal Rumbles in quite a few years. I've been drunk aside. You, sir.
Great WWE 24. Alex the motherfucking Hill.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all. Good night.
Peace.